Our body from the neck down is 75% water, from the neck up 85% water. Well, the best water is pure water, and most taps today contain water that has fluoride and chlorine in it. The chlorine's not a huge problem because if you pour a jug and put it on the bench, within half an hour the chlorine has all evaporated, but there is a problem with the fluoride. So we must get water filters. I think reverse osmosis is the main filter. There could be more. Please do a search on it. I can't assure you because I don't know enough about water filters, because we've never used one, because we've always had the rainwater or the creek water. We have beautiful water here. So very important to drink good water. One man said to me, what about an alkaline water machine? Well, as you saw yesterday in our acid alkaline lecture, alkaline is very important, but alkaline water is not going to do a huge amount if the person is eating a lifestyle that is all acid, eating a food program that's all acid, or partaking of a lifestyle that is all acid. It is true, an alkaline water can be a contributing factor in the whole picture. So water. We need water. It's a not negotiable subject. You just got to find out how to get it in. I never used to drink water. I was breastfeeding or pregnant non-stop for 14 years. My last baby, I breastfed for 3 years, and I hardly ever drank water. I drank maybe 1 or 2 glasses a day. I commonly had headaches, commonly had migraines whenever we travelled. I hated travelling in the car because I always had a terrible headache at the end of the day. I also used to get terrible sinus problems. Do you know, I don't get any of that now. When I discovered the importance of water drinking, little by little I started to implement it. I used to say to my friends, I've just discovered a new medicine. The kids aren't getting colds anymore, a whole lot of things happening. And they said, what is it? I said, water, just water. How many people get up in the morning and they don't have water? And in the morning is the most dehydrating time of the whole day. The best way to take water in is little by little by little by little. Your body can utilize it better. It's like a plant. If this plant was dry and I put 500 ml of water in there, we know where it would go. It would all run out the bottom. But if I put a half a cup in and then I come back and put another half cup in, then I come back and put another half cup in, I can maybe get nearly a litre in there without any running out. And it's the same with the body. Little by little is the best. The only time I will drink a whole glass of water at once would be when I wake up in the morning. Have you ever slept on a mattress on the floor? And in the morning you lift up the mattress and it's all damp underneath? That's the water that you have lost in the night. That's why you have to be very careful of your bedroom, because of the water that's coming out of your body in the night. That's why we always fold the bedclothes back and allow the bed to have a good air, have the windows open. It's even better if you can have a bedroom that has sun coming into the bed to purify it and air it. Important to try and get the mattress in the sun at least once a year. Change your mattress protectors. Also be cautious of under the bed. Always should have slats or wire which allows the moisture that you lose in the night to come away. Many people are tired when they wake up because of the air in their bedroom. You must very, very careful on the air in the bedroom, and as we looked at earlier, the electromagnetic field in that bedroom as well. So water is lost every day. Water must be replaced. And here is a good rule of thumb. 25 kilo of body weight, not 2 kilo. 25 kilo of body weight to 1 litre of water. That's a good rule to assess how much water the children drink, and it's also a good incentive for weight loss, isn't it? I always said to my children when they wake up, and I say to my grandchildren now, have you watered your garden yet? What's the garden? Of course, it's that lovely flora inside your gut. In that catalyst program called Gut Reaction, one professor said, there's a literal jungle in there. So I say to my grandchildren, have you watered your garden yet? And they come up in the morning and say, Grandma, we've watered our garden. I said, I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased because now you can have breakfast. So it's always a rule in the home. If the child doesn't want to Drink water? My answer is, I'm so sorry, because you can't have breakfast now. It's very simple. So lots of little ways to encourage the children to drink water. You will notice if the children don't drink water, as soon as they've eaten, then they want to drink their water. And what the water does is it neutralises the stomach acid. We need that stomach acid to be about a pH of 2.5. That's very acid. And your stomach needs to be that acid. You will not feel it because you drank a glass of water half an hour before the meal. You've got a nice thick mucosa wall there, so you will not feel it. But that pH is necessary for the enzymes in the stomach to be activated to be able to break your protein down. That's why you stop drinking about half an hour before the meal and you start drinking about an hour and a half to 2 hours after the meal. If someone's thirsty when they eat, by all means have a mouthful, but at the same time it needs to be assessed how much water has been drunk. So you can prevent needing to drink with your meals by drinking between your meals. As I said, with exercise, not negotiable subject, and so is water. It's a not negotiable subject. And if you get sick, if you have diarrhea or constipation, or if you have a headache or cold, up your water intake. Dr. Christopher in America, he said, here's a sign to tell if you're drinking too much water. Put your head on the side, and if the water comes out your ears, in other words, it's almost impossible to drink too much water. The only time you could drink too much water is if you're not having those minerals. So as soon as you start drinking more water, you will start to lose a few more minerals. So it's very important to have the proper salt. My suggestion is about a teaspoon of salt in a day, over the day. If a person's not used to having salt, I say start small. Start small, just little by little, increase it, and your body will adapt to that. Just as it adapts to no salt, it will start to adapt to proper salt. Third most vital element needed for life. Water is an amazing substance. Water can be used for healing too. Hydrotherapy is a huge subject. I have whole books written on hydrotherapy, which is water therapy. And the steam sauna that our guests have at night or in late afternoon, where they go into the little steam hut for about 10-15 minutes and then have the cold shower, or if they're brave, they can run down to the creek and dive in the creek and then back in again. We're doing hot and colds. And by the third steam, the body temperature, the core body temperature can sometimes be up to 40 degrees. And when the body gets up to 40 degrees, circulation, metabolism increases by 400%. That's quite remarkable, isn't it? So when circulation and metabolism increase 400%, that means healing is increasing by 400%. Elimination of waste is being boosted 400 times. So that's quite remarkable. Not everyone has a steam bath, but it also explains why this is such an important part of a detox program. As I told you earlier, up to 70% of body's waste can come out of the body when the body's given the right conditions, and that condition is that steam. The only time a person may not be able to handle the steam is if they go into the steam bath dehydrated. So very important the person be well hydrated when they go in. Michael's is a bricklayer, and he rang up Michael the other day. He's a bit of a rough bloke. He said, I got this lower back pain. He said, I've been to the chiropractor, he can't fix me. He said, all the blokes on the job site are getting it. Michael said, what do you drink? He said, we all drink Coke. How much Coke do you drink a day? A couple of litres. Michael said, well, I've got a simple little test that you can try. Get rid of the Coke and drink water. He said, water? I said, is it just water? Michael said, do you remember that one? Remember what you used to drink? He said, righto, we've got nothing else to lose. Do you know, within a couple of days, all the men had no lower back pains. All the men were coming alive. The work on the workforce improved. The output improved. They were all so happy. What was the change? It was just water. One of the problems with things like Coke and coffee, they contain two major dehydrating agents, which is the caffeine and the sugar. And so even if the person drinks 1 or 2 glasses a day, they're still not getting hydrated because the coffee and the Coke are taking it all away. It must be water and water alone. You'll never look at water the same again, will you?